Well, Aereheads, we did it. Bitcoin tapped $30,200 before drawing down a little bit. Now, this should be a reminder to everyone that there is no better time to buy than now. We are close to the halving, potential Bitcoin ETFs, potential bull market. We're coming up on the 4-year cycle bull market. It hasn't let us down yet, and it won't let us down now, pending, no World War III, no major economic, happenings. We're going to go up, baby. So if you are just sitting on the sidelines right now, you're missing out. With the current economic outlook, the current macro environment, there is more upside potential in crypto and altcoins than there is downside. I am not saying there can't be more downside, but what I am saying is there is more upside potential. Get your bags ready, start DCAing in again, get active. Let's break it down. Let's break down this move a little bit here. So from a volume standpoint, this is one of your biggest indicators. So this is volume down here. We can see this smoothed out moving average consistently rising even with this dump, leading us into this recent pump. One thing to note is USDT, so this is Tether dominance, the market cap of Tether compared to other coins, is on par with the price movement of Bitcoin. Now, when this happens, that tells me, that signifies that there's still no new money coming into Bitcoin. These are whales throwing their stable coins into the markets. So this is Tether dominance right here. It is down minus 2.55%. Bitcoin price up 2.85%. When they are not on par with each other, when there is a bigger spread, that is when you see new money coming into the market. That's when retail fires up their Coinbase accounts or whatever exchange they're using and buying Bitcoin or crypto with their native currency, their country's currency, right? In our case, the dollar. We can also take a look at what the large spot orders are doing. These are $1 million. This is the CVD, the Cumulative Volume Delta for the whales. This is the market makers, the algos essentially. This is 100K plus orders. And then small spot are 10K plus orders. Now, we can see the whale started well before everyone else did. So you had your warning. If you watch CVDs, it's like a crystal ball to Bitcoin price movement. So we saw that the whale started buying last Friday, and they didn't really give up until this morning. You got to remember, with very few exceptions, small spots do not move the market. Me and you do not move the market. It's these, and these are the real market makers, right? I mean, this is $1 million plus orders, multiple millions, tens of millions of dollars flowing into Bitcoin. These orders move markets. These do not, with very few exceptions. This even started pumping. The whale started buying before that fake news ETF approval that went over crypto Twitter went off. So this was even prior to that. Now they ended up dumping that, right? They ended up selling. That created supply, created a lot of things, but one of the things it created was supply. And then they just kept on building us back up to $30,200. So this is why you need to pay attention to this it's whale CVD. And I'll tell you, most people don't. Right? Dumb money, regular retail has no idea they couldn't even explain CVD to you. But we saw a gradual buildup, and this is what happens. It was the same thing on the perp side of things. The only thing that threw us for a loop was that fake news pump, which they shorted into the ground. While everyone else, I mean, look at these TWAP orders, look at the long short ratio. Everyone else longed that. So everyone else got wrecked while the whales cleaned up. But we built up before that fake news pump. They dumped it, and then we built back up with the whales after. I shouldn't say we, because retail didn't. Now, if you are not familiar with the CVDs, the deltas, the all that stuff that I just went over, I do have a video on it. I'm going to link down below where I go over this, and I also give you a free website you can use to track the whales, the normal orders, 100K plus, and then the 10K plus small spot orders. But if you're not paying attention to this, if this isn't part of your trading regimen, specifically on higher time frames to spot potential moves, because this was seen, right, with these large CVDs building up, you're doing it wrong. So hit that playlist down below, bookmark that video, because I give you my templates to use, as well as walk you through how to use them. This particular site is Aggr.trade. It is great, free. You can customize it, and it has more than just CVDs. This should be part of your regimen. I personally use kingfisher.io. It is not a cheap website. It's like $300 for 3 months. Plus you got to buy these templates. You should spend money on your crypto trading, especially if this is what you want to do for a living. I would personally suggest, if you got the money, spend it on this. If you don't and you want to just start to test it out and hone your skills, Aggr.trade, hop in Discord, discord.gg/alpha-air, and then head on over to the Class TA section and then click on the CVD Delta. I have the Aggr.trade right there, and then my 2 templates that are for free. Let's paint you the bullish and the bearish scenarios, larger time frame wise, macro, right? So here we go. So 31.8 is that market top from the year. We need to flip that and flip it solidly, range out, hold it to continue higher. Don't get me wrong, this smaller time frame wise is bullish, right? This yearly time frame wise is still bullish, specifically because we've been able to hold that 24.5-ish, 24.9 level. However, while this may be like a mini bull market for people who are like still hanging around crypto, there's still no new money coming in. We are still at a 4-year low on volume. We do not have the retail non-crypto savvy traders in. The only people that are here right now are people who have been in crypto. They're your whales. They're your Dubai, influencers. Those are the people who are still here. A lot of people just don't have crypto on their radar right now. Once we can flip about $33,000 Bitcoin and really that $35,000 level, that's when you're going to start seeing retail, your non-crypto savvy people start getting in, hopefully, because that's where we saw them get in during the last bull market, or start to get in, right? That's when you started seeing crypto everywhere. Grandma started calling you, asking you about Bitcoin. A lot of people didn't get into these tops. Unfortunately, they bought the tops, and then the market just tanked and it let the sour taste in their mouth. A lot of them held their coins, are still holding their coins right now. But bullish scenario wise, we want to flip first 31.8, 32. That is going to take out that Terra Luna collapse, and then 35. Once we hit 35, I firmly believe you're going to see a psychological change, a shift towards Bitcoin and crypto. You're going to start seeing it being talked about more. So here we can actually see that 31.8 level is where the larger liquidations start. These are 3, 5, and 10 times leverage liquidations. 31.8. They start down here at 24.9, which if we look at this chart, 24.9 is that must hold level right here, right? Which we have held, which is bullish. This has been defended just like 31.8 is going to be defended as well. So that is the first level we need to flip solely based off of these liquidations right here. So that's the first level to knock out. If we can knock out and hold that, we're talking that kind of $32,000, $33,000 level, and then really that $34,900, $35,000 level here to clear these all out, liquidate all these shorts. Now, some of them will be pulled before that, right? But that's when I hope, I visited my hopium dealer, that's when I hope that we are going to enter into a proper bull market, or the startings of a proper bull market. Now, in order for a bull market, in order for more continuation to start knocking at those levels that I just talked about, 31.8, 32, 35, we need everything to continue on pace as it has been. So we need these whales to continue to step up. We need volume to continue to rise, right? So we need this volume right here. Let me zoom in for you guys. To continue, we need this line to smooth out CVD. And then if you guys want, this is a free indicator. It's just volume delta methods right there. It gives you the CVD right on the chart, as well as the delta, or the volume. So you can see inside the candles, which are sell heavy, which are buy heavy. But we need this to continue. As long as those things continue and money flow keeps coming back, right? And we can even flip this green. As long as all that continues, we're going to continue to head up. Let's talk bearish scenario, weekly time frame. Let's flip on my weekly patterns. We can see in the previous bull market, we had this triple top, kind of shoulder, head, and shoulders, where we slipped this 31.6, which is a key level to hold on the weekly time frame, 31.6, 31.8, which is a key level to flip, right? Came on down to that $25,000 level, bounced back up to that 31.8, and then lost it. So we're kind of looking a little bit similar. So bearish scenario would be this same pattern playing out, smaller, a smaller drawdown, smaller pump, smaller drawdown. But you have your three tops here. We're forming a potential right shoulder right now. If we cannot get up and crack these high levels, I could see a potential for us to come on down to that $20,000 level, bouncing back up, retesting that kind of $25,000 level. And then if this plays out, we're coming down a little bit more before running off into the bull market. So that is the bearish scenario. So if everything starts breaking down again, if these CVDs don't hold up, if these whales start dumping and don't kind of catch their footing, if volume starts drying up again, look for this potential pattern to play out. You got to be ready for both. You got to paint both pictures. If we compare where we are currently at to the third halving, which was in 2020, we can see we hit a high February of 2020. The halving was in May of 2020. So February, March, April, May. So 3 months before the halving, we hit a high. Then a couple weeks later, we dumped, and we dumped hugely. We dumped 65% before, and this was the previous year's low. So this was the 2019 low before pumping up into halving, and then it was bull market. So if this trend continues, we could see a good couple of months here. We could have a good October. We could have a good end of the year, but there is a potential. There is a possibility for a dump, kind of like we're seeing here, before running up into the halving. That's what happened in 2020. It could happen again. You can also see while the daily time frame, the volume was starting to come back, which is good to see. That needs to continue because on the weekly time frame, it's still coming down. The order books look healthy above us. We finally see some liquidity above us, so it's possible, right? This wasn't there a few days ago. It's possible that we come up and tap these levels so long as, like I said, everything continues in that direction. So it's healthy. It's good to see. We finally have some liquidity. We have almost 400 Bitcoin sitting on Binance spots right now, sell orders at that $31,000 level. So that's that big kind of nut to crack right now, 30,000, 3,500, a couple more levels, 32,000's on there, and then 35,000's on there as well. Not as strong because we're not close to it yet, but we still do have liquidity below us as well. So it's good to see. This is, bullish to see these levels up here because they want to be tackled. Let's talk where we currently are, get you some price predictions, where we're going to go today through the weekend into tomorrow, into next week. So this is the channel that we have been in now really since the middle of September. So it looked like we were going to slip that, right? Started flagging out a little bit. And then what happened? We got the fake news ETF approval, which shot us up. I mean, how much did we run up on that day? We ran up, 13% on that day. So then it came out that it was fake news and it kind of drew down. So this could be the ETFs being priced in right now. This could be all this price movement, could be people waking up and seeing what's going to happen and start loading up their bags, taking the Tether or whatever stable coins and putting it into Bitcoin in anticipation for that move. That's just a potential. That could be what's happening right now. But the long story short, we need to hold the top of this trend line right now, which we are. If we can do that, then we're solidly outside this channel and it broke to the upside because these channels should, this is like a bull flag or bear flag, it should have broken down. And it looked like it was going to because we started and then it started flagging out and then that fake news happened. So we need to hold this pump. That is your bullish local time frame scenario right now. If we don't, we come back down into this channel, it's just going to come back down to the bottom of the channel. Remember, if you're here, if you're watching this video, you're already one step ahead of everyone else. Don't lose sight of what's coming and what's going to happen in the long-term vision for Bitcoin and crypto in general. Plenty of money to be made. Hop in Discord, discord.gg/alpha-air. If you want the free alpha, I post the charts, the movements every single day. We got some altcoin plays. Plus, we're kind of just chatting all things crypto. Being a part of a community, in my opinion, is the best thing you can do for yourself. Not only can you like post your own charts and own TA and own analysis and gain that fame and technique. I mean, that's why I'm making videos, because they make me a better trader. But hop on in, thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe. Put out videos just about every single day. Go live, do some live trading. And I appreciate you guys for watching. That's it. Just want to get a quick Bitcoin update out for you guys, and we will see you next time.